Yes.
All right, let's start with the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, justice for all. Okay. Guess we'll get a public hearing for Jeffrey Taylor at 4951 Frontenac Road. I guess I need a motion to open the public hearing, please.
I make a motion to open up the public hearing for the variance request from Jeffrey Taylor.
Second.
I'll second it.
Got lots of seconds. All those in favor say aye.
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 Anybody opposed? Hearing no opposition. Okay, the public hearing is open. Taylor, he just wants to put a new porch on his house there, and it's just a whisker over too close to the setback. But other than that, it's what he's already had there. And it's gone through the planning board, and they passed it with plain colors, I think. I don't know, any other, oh, Jeffrey, you there? Anything you want to say, or
Otherwise, Mike, I was at that public hearing or the public meeting for the planning board. You have the minutes where they recommend that the variance be granted. That hearing was conducted, virtually. And the applicant explained that there was the shape of the house right now is kind of an L, and he's really just going to square it off. So the part that's closest to the property line, it will extend back along the property line the same distance as what's already there, but there'll just be more of an encroachment because it runs along the line, but it's not going any closer. But otherwise, there was also, I think you have in the materials from the neighbor that would be right on the other side of the property line from the house, and they're in support of the project as well.
Right.
Fred Dean, I think. So.
Yes.
So is there going to be any discussion? If not, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second it. Never.
All right, all those in favor of closing the public hearing, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed? I don't hear any, so I guess the public hearing is closed. Okay, we'll move on to approval of minutes from the April 13th meeting. Motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second that.
All those in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed? Hearing none, we will move on to Highway Superintendent's report. Jeffrey?
Yeah. For the month of April, it's been a pretty messed up month. The guys were off quite a lot of the time. I was going in every day and making sure everything was good. We did get our intersections broomed. A little bit of coal patch done. Got the plows and wings removed from the 3 10-wheelers and the grader. That's basically our work report. Our cleaner is not back to work. I didn't feel it was a good idea to have the boy come back at his age and be around us, although we are keeping our distance and wearing masks and all that good stuff. We're back working 410s now. The whole crew. We're able to keep our distance from one another. Seems to be working good.
Good. Jeff, I heard that somebody was down examining the bridge again. Can I have an update on the Frontenac Bridge?
Yeah, I get a report from the state. They sent us a yellow flag this year, which is a good thing. We don't like red ones. We got a yellow one. Basically a few things we have to do to it this year. I'm gonna get in contact with, what? I haven't, was it Jim? Is that his
Jim Brady.
Yes.
Brady.
name? Yeah, there's some tracking on some of the supports and one of the concrete things. It's been like that for 10, 15 years, but I think there's some pretty simple solutions that we can do to take care of it. But yeah, they were the state.
Where are we as far as applying for the grant? What happened to that?
What was that?
What happened to us applying for the grant to get money to repair, redo the bridge?
Have you heard
I
anything?
thought Jim was, no, I haven't. I thought Jim was going to keep in touch and let us know.
I will check with him again.
Last time, when I talked to him last time there, oh God, it was like a month and a half ago. He said the state hadn't approved the budget, well, the state has approved the budget now. When I talked to him, the budget wasn't approved yet, and he didn't know if there was anything in there for Bridge New York. But there is money for Bridge New York, but he doesn't know who's in line for it or anything like that. I don't know what the governor's
But
gonna do.
Michael, you had mentioned something about getting money from the federal government once before.
Yeah, and I contacted Tom Reed's office, and they connected me with their guy that does that stuff, and I haven't heard anything from him yet, but it's all in place there. They got my name and everything, and I just haven't heard anything from them. I guess I could send a reminder email and say, what about us? But other than that, yeah.
Yes, I think that would be a good idea.
All right, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, other than that, we borrowed the town of Romulus's roller to get going on our road work. I gave some VIN numbers to Mike to see how he made out on his search for parts for ours. I don't think he did.
I haven't gotten too far. I got a number to call. Maybe I'll try it tomorrow. I can call him direct. I'm trying it online there, and it's not working, but I got some phone numbers for down South Carolina. I'm going to call him direct and say, you guys got any bones on there we can borrow? I'll try that tomorrow, see how that goes. I did find some phone numbers, so I'll give it a whirl. I don't know. It's hard to describe something like that, and when it's not sitting in front of me, but I'll try it. What I can do.
Yeah. I mean, stop. I can show you the pile of parts.
Yeah, if I do find something, I want to be pretty sure what I'm gonna get. I don't want to ship something up down there and find out it's the wrong part.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot. People looking at used rollers.
Yeah.
Leasing one out, we can start studying that too, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, I put some calls in to get some numbers. It's something that we use pretty much all summer. And the one we're borrowing from Romulus, they don't use a lot. But I don't want to take advantage of other township, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But so for right now, we're good. Something we need to, we've been working on it for a while, but it's slow, especially with this last Corona thing. So made it a little slower. other than that, we are getting some work done and hopefully going to be doing some paving the end of this week or beginning of next. So,
Even the end of the week, yeah. Now, Suco brings their own roller, right?
yeah, for that one.
They'll bring their own roller for that.
Yeah, it has to be a double drum asphalt roller. Ours is a combination dirt roller. But we're going to be paving the south mile of Arden Road from County Road 143 to Seneca Road.
Wow. Needs it.
It does. It's time. I wish we had and I'm not blaming you guys, but I'm just saying, I wish we had the funds to do 3 or 4 miles, but. I did hear someone from the state said that they are planning on doing 96 this year.
They're still gonna stay with it? All right.
I heard it was going to happen like within the next couple weeks.
There's a lot of action in Interlaken there. I guess they're doing the sidewalks in Interlaken there today. There's a lot of action in Interlaken.
Yeah, the handicap entrances to the sidewalk.
That state, or is that part of that grant Village got?
It's something with the state. I mean, they just did it 4 or 5 years ago, and they're tearing it all out and redoing it. I don't know why, but
That sounds like the state. No, I see them there. They're hiring out somebody. They're hiring a contractor to do it, looks like.
yeah, I think it's Suit Coat that's doing it.
Who Coast doing it? All right. Yeah, I see their trucks running.
Other than that, everything.
You heard anything from Ryan?
I have not. I talked to Susan 2 or 3 weeks ago. That's the last. We were discussing some issues on Booth Road as far as pipes and stuff.
Yeah, FEMA sent me a thing there and wanted me to sign off. It was like $200,000 there, but they wanted me to sign. I called Ryan. He said, "Oh no, you don't sign. I'll do it for you. I want to check it first." He said they're kind of dipping in the cookie jar a little bit there and kind of skimming on what they're going to pay, so they're holding their feet to the fire a little bit, and so they wanted to check it out over. So I never heard if they turned it in or not. So.
Yeah, Susan did tell me she sent a couple in.
All right, maybe that was one of them. Yeah, the Booth Road. That's like 200,000 or something. It was a good chunk
Yeah,
of.
there's some big projects on that road.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything's going smooth and.
All right. Any questions for Jeff? Other than that, we'll go down to Leslie then. Leslie, town clerk report.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we have.
All right.
Yes.
So the town clerk took in $550 in the month of April. $406.36 was remitted to the supervisor. 27 dogs were licensed. I mentioned to you all that there was one building permit, and that's basically John Poludniak's report that there was one building permit for a swimming pool in the month of April. And let's see, so Americana, I sent you guys the application from Americana to put a firework display on July 4th. Need your approval. The rain date is July 5th. And also, I don't think I sent you the letter. The Cayuga Lake Triathlon is planned for August 2nd. And I can give the routes to Jeff. Basically, I have the county sheriff's directing traffic. And say they're at the following 3 locations involve U-turns near Booth Road and 89, the 89 pull-off, 89 and Hickox Road, and just north of the intersection of 89 and County Road 139. And they'll be putting up signs the day before. And I guess that is all I have right now.
Okay. Any questions for Leslie?
Well, I didn't know that Americana was still in business, or are they just loaning out their property to have the fireworks, or what? Does anybody know what's going on?
No, it's Jeff's neighbor. What do you know, Jeff?
They have been open periodically.
I think they're open on weekends, aren't they? A little bit.
People drive up and they throw wine in their vehicle. I don't know whether they're reorganizing or what. Even before this virus hit, it was pretty scarce up there, which is not.
Yeah, I know. I had heard that prior to all of this. That's why I'm asking. I didn't know where they stood at this point.
Yeah, I think there was some financial problems there. Maybe they got them worked out.
So I guess my question is, I mean, we don't know at this point if things are still going to be on a social distancing. And so how do you do that at a fireworks event? Or is that not our problem?
I would assume it would be their issue.
That's not really a town enforcement issue.
We don't enforce it, so it's just
Okay.
county would have to enforce it. So.
And fireworks, all you're doing is standing around watching them. There's no,
Yeah,
you know,
but
it's
it's
the same. You
packed
can't
there,
be
you
6
know,
feet
but-
apart from each other.
But I mean, my question is, I mean, we can okay the fireworks, but we don't have to monitor and make sure that this event is going to meet the standards of social distancing or whatever case may be at that point.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
This is more notification to the town, so the town is aware, but also so the town can disseminate information to the local fire departments, local law enforcement, anybody else who, may be involved with something like this. But
Okay.
it's not like the town has a police force.
All right. Any other questions from Leslie? For Leslie? Hearing none, we'll go down to committees. Bill, anything going on?
No, I don't have anything for you.
Okay. Brayton?
Nothing this evening.
Okay. Jeffrey? Van?
I got 3 things. It looks like Leslie has to transcribe these minutes. That's a lot of work, isn't it? Leslie?
Yes, it is. It's a lot of work.
So I was going to say in the beginning, the least we say, the better for you on these minutes or these meetings. Number 2, revenues. I think I know where most of our revenues come from, but it looks like every town around here is scrambling because they're going to run out of money. Now, should we look into our revenue streams, see how things are going to fall into place, like whatever state aid we're getting, for example? Jeff says we're going to still get chips, hopefully. Maybe not next year. I'm talking about revenue streams. Do we need to take a look at that and compare it to last year's revenue streams? No.
I heard that they're going to do away with the AIM money there. But he tried doing that last year as well. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but it's only $7,000 that we get usually a year anyway. So that if we lose that, that'll be the only thing we're going to lose, I think. So.
Well, it's good then.
Yeah. So I don't, we get audits from taxes that we've collected all that, so we're kind of good to go for the year. I say if they cut the chips on this, we don't get that till December. That would really hurt, but hopefully, because we'll have spent the money by then, so it'll really hurt. But yeah, I thought they told me before that CHIPS money is already in there, and
Right.
right, Jeff, we'll get that. I'm not gonna say we can't lose it, but we shouldn't lose it. How's that?
Yeah.
And then the last thing I have is are we ever going to go back to normal? I mean, I like to have Mike Reynolds. It looks like we've met all the criteria, so I like Mike Reynolds to open up the town of Covert by executive. Wow. Can you do that?
Close. We're getting close.
Please don't do that, man.
Yeah.
And then one more thing.
There's something in today's paper, I believe, about opening up the southern tier. I'm not sure whether we're in the Finger Lakes or the southern tier. We're near the border.
We're the Finger Lakes. We're through Monroe County, so we're with those guys. But we met the criteria. We can go. I think we can really start looking at it hard Friday.
Yeah, that was what I read.
Yeah, I think we're going. We're having a county meeting tomorrow night. I think we're gonna we're not gonna open the floodgates, but we're gonna move forward here. I think. Yeah, I think
What does that mean?
We met the criteria, and we can move forward. Yeah, well, I can't.
What does that mean?
Schools can't open or nothing like that, no. But yeah, they can. More businesses can open. I like maybe.
Yeah, but we can't run a town board meeting like we used to. But they can open.
I think maybe the next one we could possibly do. If we got to do the social distancing there, but we could probably we might be able to pull one off at the town hall next month, possibly.
Well,
More to come on that. I think they just threw all this out there today, so there's a lot of you got to disseminate everything and figure out what's right for you. I think too. So.
Governor Cuomo is supposed to give us guidelines by Friday, the 15th, correct?
Yeah, I got the book today. There's a lot, so I can send it to all of you if you want. Want some good reading tonight? That's not that bad. It's probably like 10, 12 pages. Yeah, I got the book. I can forward it on to you. I say everything's changed every day with the Albany, so you think you got it down one day, he comes in the next day and throws a curveball at you.
So one more thing. I guess in the future, I would prefer a paper board packet for next month versus it. I'm having a tough time opening up what Leslie sends me, and so it's a pain in the butt. So I don't know about everybody else, but I like the paper packet. That's all I got.
Okay. Unless they put the packets in the mailbox there.
Oh, you had packets this month? For everybody?
Yeah, I got mine. Yep.
There are
Okay,
still
I
a
didn't
couple
know.
in the mailbox.
Would you check out? Let's see how many are out there. So 2.
There's still 2.
Yeah, I grabbed up the one this morning. It was 3. So yeah, there's one there for you, Jeffrey.
Okay, good to hear. Thank you.
All right.
I'm done.
Okay. All right. Deb, you got anything?
I just want to know if there's going to be funding for the AED so we can move forward with that.
Yes, I think there
If you were
is.
going to check with steps or something.
Yeah, they pretty much said pick out what you want, and And, well, first I come in at 1,500 there and, just had to step back and say, well, I might have to apply for a different grant, but now that you found some cheaper ones there, she might be able to do it with just petty cash, so.
Well, yeah, I could get a used one,
Yeah.
you know, but it's refurbished. It's like new. So I just wanted to see if the funds were available, and I'll just move forward with that then.
Yes, no, they are. I think, yes, they are.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, just gotta give me a price and, I'll talk to her about applying for it and, we'll go from there. So like, so either way, like I say,
All right.
we have to go through, Rochester Health to do it there. It's gonna take a little long. We'll still get it, but it'll take longer. If we can do it, it's a smaller amount. She can do it with petty cash there and we can have it like tomorrow. Depends
Right,
on
okay.
what number you come up with there, really.
Well, I think I heard 800 once, so I'm not sure if it's less than that or not, but I'll let you know as soon as I
Okay,
find
yeah,
out.
yeah, give me a good solid number there and I'll get after her there and we'll do it.
Okay,
Okay, anything else?
thank you. That's all I have.
All right.
No,
that's fine,
that's
yeah.
all I have.
All right. All right, down to me. I don't have much going on. We do have the purchase of the .gov website. Brian's been working on a new website there, and we're thinking of going to George's. George's got ours, and I don't know, he's kind of being a stickler about things a little bit, and we thought maybe we just go to a new website, .gov, and do our own thing. Brian, you there or listening or?
Hi there. So the .gov basically is a way to ensure that to the public that it is an official government website, and that was the primary thing. The downside with the .gov address is it's $400 annually, but residents and other folks can know that it is official. I am currently working on the process to see if New York State, so ny.us, ny.gov is, can sort of bypass that. But basically that's the short of it.
How long before you'll know the answer to that, Brian?
I'm looking through the information right now, so probably by the time that I'm back in the office officially.
Great. All right, thank you.
So I got one administrator of this website. I mean, is this going to be user friendly for our clerk to go in there and change things? For you, Brian?
The long-term goal is to make sure that the town has control over the way the website is done, and the long-term goal is also to make sure that that the clerk's office can administer it, whether it's me or Leslie or somebody else who you decide.
That's important. Well,
It'd be a lot better if we could get it on there, get it on quicker. It takes 2 or 3 days, and I don't know. It'd be so much easier if you just sit there at the keyboard in the office, put it in, and be out of there. Not better.
Sounds like Mike's volunteering.
Yeah.
You seen my spelling? I don't know. No, I think it's a better deal. You know, we're paying $600 to George now. You know, we got to pay Brian or something there. Somebody's got to develop the web page and all that. But once we get that set, it's just a matter of adding and subtracting after that. Not that bad, I don't think. Right, Brian?
Seems sensible.
So once we get it set, it'd be kind of easy. I don't think.
So most of
What
my
happens to the old website?
that can be decided by whoever decides they want to keep it or whatever. Basically, now that my extracurricular activities have changed, I plan to put more effort into, and you'll hear more information. You'll hear more questions from me about this in the next couple of weeks.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, we just want to let you guys know what he's working on, or what we'd like to do anyway. I think it'd be easier for us to just get stuff out, especially this Corona thing there. We're trying to get stuff out there quick, and it's 2 or 3 days. It's old news sometimes before we get it out there, and I think it'd be better to get a little more quicker access to get things done.
Well, if we're going to have a website, it should be something that could be easily used and accurate and up to date for everybody, I would think.
That's
I think
basically
you're
the
on the
goal.
right track.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the plan.
Yeah, we gotta dress things up a little bit there. We're getting a little old there, so we gotta clean it up, make it look better. All right, that was all I had. Pat, you got anything, attorney?
Just that, yeah, we have the ongoing legal matter with Mr. Gutman and Mr. McKeska. I think this probably is not a change from last month, but the transcript of the town board's public hearing has been submitted to the court and all the parties. And prior to the whole coronavirus pause thing, the court had asked for that transcript and was holding their decision on our motion to dismiss pending receipt of the transcript. And so there has not been a ruling issued by the court since receiving the transcript. The court has, for actions that are already filed, the court has been cycling through and scheduling these type of virtual conferences with the attorneys to keep tab on these matters. But I have not been notified. I've not received anything from the court for any conferences on that matter yet. I'll let you know if I do. But so there's been no movement in the past month on that. So that'll be my report.
Okay. Sidebar, on that, Eileen was gonna open court up in Covert there this week, but the court clerk there, she's quarantined for a couple more days, so we're gonna hold off till next week, then we're gonna open the Covert court. Do a little bit of paperwork. Not that we're gonna, I don't know, she's gonna plan on having court or not, but they can get in there and do some paperwork. That's what they'd like to do for now. But they had a little setback. Got to get right out of quarantine. And then maybe next week they'll try it. Okay.
So the court clerk is on quarantine?
Yeah.
So do we need to do special cleaning or something?
It wasn't her. Well, it was her boyfriend is one that had contact, I guess. He's fine too, but they would just be quarantined to be safe. So she hadn't been in the office. She hadn't been in the office probably 2 months, so I think we're safe on that.
Oh, good. That's good.
Yeah, no, she hadn't been around. Anyway, yeah, it was a third party. Anyway, she didn't want to take a chance, so she quarantined herself.
Good.
Okay. I guess we're down to resolutions. I need approval of the application for Jeffrey Taylor, one we had a public hearing for earlier.
I make a motion to go ahead and approve the variance.
Okay, Deb and Jeff got that, or made the motion. Jeff seconded. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Hearing none, I guess it's approved. I need an approval for the standard workday resolution. This is for what? Jeff and Pat and who else, Leslie?
I make a motion that the highway department go back to their standard workday work week.
No, it's not for this, Deb. This is a standard workday. This is standard workday. we have to approve their hours that they've worked. It is in your packet there. We have to approve the hours they said they worked for this New York State retirement system.
I don't know which one that is.
Deals with retirement credit.
Okay,
Right.
well then you guys go ahead and make the motion till I read it. Oh, here it is. Doesn't say that though.
Looks.
So it's not a standard workday resolution. What is it?
The resolution is basically to approve these hours submitted to New York State retirement, local retirement system.
Okay, well, that's different. I so move for the retirement. Okay.
I'll second it.
In a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Hearing none. Guess I need approval of the Historical Society agreement.
So moved.
Makes the motion.
Second.
I'll second.
Second.
Second. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? I need approval of the Interlaken Library agreement.
So move.
Second.
Deb and Jeff. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Anybody
Aye.
opposed? Hearing none. I need approval of the Americana fireworks permit.
So move.
Second.
Bill. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? I need approval of the website.gov domain annual fee and agreement.
So move.
Second.
Second. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed? None. All right, now the easy stuff. I need approval of Supervisor's income and expenditure report.
I so move.
Second.
Second. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? None. I need approval of the highway report.
So moved.
Second.
Deb did the second. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed? None. I need approval of the town clerk's report.
So move.
Second.
Debbie. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Anybody opposed? Hearing none. The code enforcement officer report. Need a motion.
So move.
Second.
Bill. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed? The dog control officer report. Do we have one?
No report, no.
No report. Okay.
He told me to tell you it was pretty quiet.
Okay, good. Quiet is good. Quiet is always good. All right, that's good to news. All right, we have no petitioners, do we? All right.
No, but I have another question,
Go ahead.
Mike.
Yep.
Back on the code enforcement, remember I'd asked you about that property down on Frontenac Lane?
Yeah, I called John. He was gonna get a hold of the contractor and see what they were doing. Because John was in Tennessee, and but he had his Crown Construction's doing it, and he was gonna call them and see what's going on.
Okay, so that's kind of on hold right now, correct?
As far as what?
As far as continue building.
I think it's
Well,
open now.
if they got permits, they can build. Joe Siemens pouring concrete up there on 150, and my parents are started theirs.
Right, but so does Frontenac have a permit that I just haven't seen or something?
That's what the sticking point was. That John said he hasn't done one, but we were thinking there maybe they got.
You were going to check it. Yeah, you were going to check with Seneca County and see if they
We
had
don't
one.
know if they got the county permit or not, and they probably did. They didn't get the town permit, which they should get both. And so John was going
They
to.
marked one. Have they started anything yet?
Well, they knocked down the old place, right, Deb?
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, the house is gone and they've poured a concrete pad and put footers in.
And they,
That's
I haven't seen any permit.
No, there's no permit that John's done unless the county's got it.
That's why I'm
I-
asking.
But John was going to look into it. I don't know. He was, like I say, he's traveling back from Tennessee. I don't.
Oh.
He's not back yet. He's doing it through the phone system, so I don't know. I just talked to him the other day. I probably talked to him Thursday or Friday. Probably Friday. He's going to look into it. Didn't hear anything back from
Okay.
him. So I can make a phone call to the county and see if they do have a permit. The county is hard to do. I think those guys are all working out of their houses. I think they only come and check their machine about every 3 days, so it's a real lag time up there to get any answers.
Yeah.
Well, Seneca County's been pretty good about, if they don't have a town Covert permit, they're not going to issue one. It sounds like if they're stuff
Right,
up, they
they
need
try,
one.
they try to hold them, their feet to the fire a little bit there and make sure they get both of them. But yeah, it's like Crown's doing it, and they're pretty good about getting permits. So I'm assuming they haven't done it. Not from us. We have. Leslie said we haven't filled anything out. Nobody's filled anything out. So yeah. So I don't know. So I'll check into that a little bit more. Get better answers.
Yeah.
Just find out where John is. Really. What he's doing lately.
Yeah, he's bringing a truckload of spring water back home. I don't know. Don't ask why. He had to go to Kentucky to get it.
Oh,
Must be good stuff.
Yeah, that's the best, he says. It's the best.
it's got bourbon in it.
Maybe that's what it is. Probably. Jim Beam's discharge or something. I don't know what it is. I don't know. He says it makes you live longer. Okay. Anything else before we wrap it up and disconnect?
Yeah.
I don't hear anything, so I guess motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Have you paid the bills?
Oh,
Wait.
shoot, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah, to pay the bills.
I'll second
Good
it.
job, Brayton.
There's not many. All right, I need a motion to pay the bills as presented online.
Well, I'll make the motion. I got a question.
All right,
Go ahead.
I'll second it.
Do we still have a safe deposit box at the bank?
Yep.
I guess my question would be why?
Oh, Leslie and I just got into it here this spring. What's in it, Leslie? I don't remember now. Titles?
There's old stuff.
No, I mean, we have a vault. I mean, it's
They're like,
a big amount of money, but it's just the idea.
what is it? No, there's no money. We did keep,
No, but there was
titles.
$40 a year or something like that, whatever the amount is.
35, I think. Yeah, it's 35.
Is there any deeds in it?
It's got like, kind of like the abstracts to the building,
Deeds.
but not, no keys.
Oh, there's no deeds?
I don't think so.
I don't remember. Yeah, we went through it all there, and I don't know.
But the point is, we don't need it if we have a safe. We could put those documents in the safe. Is that correct?
Well, I think so.
I would think so. I don't know why it was purchased to begin with.
God, they've had it for 50 years, I think. It's one of those things you just keep doing, I think. Yeah. No, we could do away with it, I think. There's, like I say, we got a safe and it's kind of fireproof there.
Kind of
So
fun.
can you just do it without a motion or anything, Michael?
Yeah, I think we just tell them, clean it out.
Right,
Thank
good.
we don't want it anymore, right? Isn't that all I gotta do?
Yeah,
The
Good.
Chief physical officer, I guess I can do that.
You can do that without a motion because you're not spending money.
Right.
no, we're gonna save money finally.
All right, no, I'll do it.
Motion to
Brayton
adjourn.
had a question on that. Was there only question, Brayton?
Yeah,
Okay, so back to the motion to pay the bills. We got a, who made it? Brayton made it and we got a second, right?
I did, yeah.
So we got a first and a second. All those in favor say aye.
aye.
I
All right.
Anybody opposed? Hearing none? Okay, bills are paid. Now.
make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
All right.
Second.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Good. I say, hopefully this is the last one we do this way.
Yes, let's make that a target. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Good
Just-
night.
All set?
Does